All right, we're back. Here's part two. Just finished part one. We've got a nice clean wall. All our dimensions are correct. Our vocab's correct. Let's jump on and do part two. All we need to do to start is rotate this out and make it into more walls. And I'm just going to check and see if I need some space. Boy, I've got. There we go. Sorry, my tool wasn't working correct, guys. Got a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to delete some of this away because it's just getting a little too busy in here. All right, so we're just going to replicate this guy. We're going to take that wall, and notice if I click on that, only that piece selects. We want all of the wall, so I'm going to grab all of it. Now, before I group that, I want to get rid of all this vocab and dimension, because if I make the whole thing a group and then rotate copy it, I'm going to have all these dimension and measurement and vocab stuff all over the wall, and frankly, it's going to look like garbage. So we're going to select all the dimensions and all the vocab before we go any further. And then I'm going to put it all in the tab for, go up to the tab for labels and measures. And now I'm going to turn it all off. Inside of the tag section, turn off that one. And now, wow, it's so much cleaner. Go to the corner. Oh yeah, we need to select the whole thing and group it. Okay, grab the whole thing. Here's something else to show you guys. If you go bottom right to upper left this direction, anything that's touched by your box, it will select all of it. If you go top left down to bottom right, it will only select what's fully inside the box, which is nothing if you're just touching part of it. But if you go this way, you can just touch part of your stuff and it grabs everything. So start on the bottom right and go upper left. It's a much better grab. Make it a group. Zoom in on the corner. I'm going to use my rotate and I'm going to put it on the corner. And that's the color I want. Notice the arrows change it for you. We want the blue because it's on the ground. We're rotating it on the ground to make other connections of other walls on the ground. So single click starts it, single click moves it, hit option, and boom. On green axis, see that? So I know I'm at a 90 and I'm done. Now I'm going to go over to the other side and I'm going to do that again from the other side. Copy it, and I want the blue. Single click to start it, single click to grab it, option copies it, and boom, it snaps to green, done. Now, at this point, notice this outside one bookends the other two. Okay, it wraps to the end, and the end grain of this guy butts up against him. This guy butts up against him. So we want this guy to also bookend on the other side. So rather than rotate this last one, I'm just going to grab and move him. I'm going to do a move. And then it'll stay bookended on the other side. If you rotate it, you'll have to move the rotation anyway, so do that. And quick and easy, we've got the four walls of our structure in place. There we go. Now we're going to do our floor joists. The floor joists are going to be 2x10s. No, actually, I don't want to go inside that group. So we're just going to zoom in on here. And we're going to start right on the corner. And again, I could do a blue rectangle, but I don't want. I want red, which it actually appeared for me already. Again, before you start, just use your arrows. Get it set to red however you need to. Then I'm going to single click to start, and it went blue on me. So I'm going to escape, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to make sure it's red, and it's not letting me, so I'm going to start it and make sure it's red before. There we go. Now I've got it at red, and now it's doing what I want. I'm going to start that. And notice I want my my joist to go this way. That's roughly what I want it to look like. So if I look down in the corner, it says 1/2 and then 3 1/8. So that means the skinny dimension is first. So I'm going to type 1 1/2. And it's not wrong if you don't do it this way, but you don't have extra work to do. You don't have to rotate it later if you set it up the way it should go. And there we go. Okay. I'm next going to sleep in the middle of my broadcast probably. We'll see. So there's the joist. The start of it. So pull that guy. And just go all the way to the end. And you always could stop right at the end by just clicking up against some line that's on that edge. Don't forget to triple click, make it a group, and make it a component. That's called a floor joist. You really want it to be a floor joist, you really want this floor joist to be a component, or your life's going to be hard later. Now we just copy it across. We've got one. Now notice it's, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Notice it's flush against the wall. It's going up and down. Now we're just going to make some copy moves. I'm going to move it, and you always grab the corner. And I'm just going to type. Actually, I'm not going to type anything. I'm going to click it there initially to line it up. Then I'm going to move it again straight down, but it'll stay on that blue line. And there we go. The first one isn't 16. It's lined up on the other stud here. And is it off on there? It is off on the other side. You guys know what just happened? Why isn't it lined up on the other side? It's because I rotated each side of the wall out. And so my studs were 16 on one end of the front wall. This end, they were 16 on center. But the far end, we had that one short stud, which makes them slightly off. So everything's going to be off on this. But frankly, it's okay. You're still 16-inch spacing, so it's all right. It's not the end of the world. Although this is more than 16, so we're also going to make a copy of this guy and move him over just to the edge here, just so we've got two. Now we've got less than 16, so we're good to go. We're in code. Take this guy and move him the rest of the way with your 16-inch spacing. So start it, copy it, type 16, hit enter, and there you go. And now just type, let's try times 15. Not quite enough. How about times 17? There you go. Simple as that. Okay. And then let's move that guy in just a hair, because you have to have 16-inch spacing. You can't move him out. You have to only be able to move him in, which means we need one more guy to move in. Now we've got 16s or less all the way across. Problem, though. Let's see if we can make this stupid orbit work. Okay, my tools are not working, guys. Of course, in the middle of a video, my Zoom stops working. There it goes. Okay, notice they're all the way out to the end, and they can't be. We need to run one along the edge. Easy fix, though. Because they are components, just select any one of them, zoom in, grab its end, and pull it in. Oh, look at that. They all go in. My life is easy. And it's the width of a 2x4, which is 1 1/2. So bring it in by 1 1/2 right there. And then we can grab the one on the end. And I'm just going to rotate him. I think that's an easy way to do it. And I need the blue, again, the flat blue on that one. I'll click there, somewhere along his length, copy him. And there we go. We want to make sure that it's squared up. That one's squared up. Now notice, this is where some people go wrong. This is not okay. That means your cross beam here joist is inside of all of these other joists going perpendicular. Easy fix, grab it and move it out. Okay, so we'll grab this guy and move him out a little bit and up. And then as always, once you can see that corner, go grab the corner. And then it'll snap to. Boom. There we go. Okay. If you notice, that just makes everything nice and clean and finished, except it's a little short on that end. If we pull this guy up, though, it's going to make problems for all the other stuff. So all the other joists will move and get longer as well. So we fix that by making him unique. Now that he's unique, We could pull him right to the end, and there you go. I bet I'm going to run out. Oh, I got 2% left. All right, guys, I think this video is just going to have to stop in the middle. So click on another joist. Notice these are also long on this end. Just select one, zoom in, grab it, move that group in 1.5. Grab another one of these, rotate them on the blue. This is just copying what you already know at this point. There you go. And this one, I grabbed it right on the corner, so I didn't have to do anything. It automatically went right to the edge and nice and flush. And again, this guy needs to be pulled up, but he has to be made unique because he's a component of all the rest. Now that he's unique, I can pull him forward and nothing changes. There you go. Now, a couple of the things to make your life easy. Grab the whole bottom set. With a bottom left, upper right. Make sure they're all grabbed. They are. Right click, make them a group. Move that group upward, copy it, and all of a sudden my floor joists become my ceiling joists. Now the problem is those are all too big. Those are 2x10s, not 2x6s. And I'm forgetting to do wood grain. You're going to have to go back and click and make them wood grain, but I don't have time for that. My battery's going to run out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab this set, this top group, and we're going to right click and explode the group. Now they're no longer a group, and we're just going to select all of them. And we're going to make the entire group unique. Okay, so instead of having to do them all separately, we can change the entire group as one set and make our life easy. Don't forget this one on the far side. Okay, so we grabbed all of those tall ceiling joists. We're going to make them all unique. And then we'll go into one of them. And this 2x10, we need to be a 2x4. And oh, look at that. Oh, the ends don't work because those were unique already down below. But at least